Volkswagen's ID branding stands for intelligent design. BYD stands for Build Your Dreams, and their Ocean series cars reflect the animal they are named after. Toyota's BZ nameplate stands for Beyond Zero. The Mach-E branding that Ford uses comes from the aviation industry. The term Mach refers to the speed of sound. This theme can be seen in the head-up display on the Mustang Mach-E, where the speed is labeled as ground speed. LEAF stands for Leading, Environmentally Friendly, Affordable, Family Car. This acronym was great for the first and second generation LEAF, but the affordable part is slightly lost with the recent price hike. Tesla's S, 3, X, Y models spell out sexy. The Model 3 was originally going to be called the Model E, but Ford already had that trademark. Ioniq is a combination of Ion and Unique, highlighting Hyundai's innovative approach to electric cars. The e-tron, named for Audi's electric range, also has a hidden meaning. The E stands for electric, while Tron has connotations with electrons and advanced technology. EQ stands for electric intelligence, showing Mercedes' commitment to intelligent and sophisticated electric vehicles. The letters following show the vehicle's class and position within the lineup. 49% of EVs are electric versions of existing models. Most modern EVs use lithium-ion batteries, known for their high energy density. Electric motors are significantly more efficient than internal combustion engines. Regenerative braking allows EVs to recapture kinetic energy during deceleration and convert it back into electricity. The power of an EV motor is often measured in kilowatts, where 1 kilowatt is roughly equivalent to 1.34 horsepower. Torque, the rotational force, is instantly available in electric motors, leading to lightning-fast acceleration. Battery capacity is measured in kilowatt-hours, kilowatt-hour representing the amount of energy the battery can store. The voltage of EV batteries can range from a few hundred volts to 800 volts found in the Ioniq series. The more volts in the electrical system, the faster the car can charge. AC fast charging is ironically fairly slow, commonly found at workplaces and homes. These are normally 7 or 11 kilowatts, but some cars support 3-phase 22 kilowatt charging. DC rapid charging is a lot faster, perfect for long road trips. They can charge your car at 50 to 100 kilowatts. DC ultra rapid charging is the fastest, from 100 to 400 kilowatts of charging speed. Only a few cars can actually reach the 400 kilowatts max, however. The efficiency of an EV is often measured in miles per kilowatt hour. The charging speed of an EV is measured in kilowatts. The higher the number, the faster it will charge. 100 kilowatts of charging speed is standard in most £25,000 to £45,000 EVs. The advertised charging speed is technically possible, but very hard to reach. It all depends on how fast the charging unit is, the temperature, and whether you're sharing electricity with another car charging next to you. CHAdeMO is an old type of charging connector still found on the second-generation Nissan Leaf and Lexus UX 300e. China is currently the largest market for electric vehicles, with over 70% of global EV production happening there and shipping nearly 1.25 million electric cars to other countries in 2024. The fastest charging EV in the world is the BYD Han L and Tang L, which can charge at 1 megawatt and can recover 250 miles of range in just 5 minutes with a full battery in just under 8 minutes. The current longest range EV in the UK is the Mercedes CLA 250 Plus at 483 miles on the WLTP test cycle, whereas the longest range EV in the world is the Lucid Air with 512 miles of EPA range, or a staggering 597 miles estimated in WLTP tests. The slowest charging EV currently on sale is the Citroën Ami at just 2.3 kilowatts because it is intended to be charged with a built-in charging cable with a European 2-pin or UK 3-pin plug. The first EV still on sale now is the Nissan Leaf, starting production in October 2010. Globally, electric truck sales increased by around 80% in 2024, although they still only account for about 1% of all truck sales worldwide. Modern EV batteries are proving to be quite durable. Recent analysis indicates that EV batteries are degrading at an average rate of just 1.8% per year. In Europe, the number of public charging points grew by over 35% in 2024, reaching just over 1 million. The Netherlands, Germany, and France have the largest national charging networks in Europe. In the UK, as of January 1, 2025, there were 73,334 public EV chargers installed, with 20% being rapid or ultra-rapid chargers. There are now more than 4 times as many public EV charging locations in the UK compared to petrol stations. Despite higher upfront costs in some regions, the IEA found that running an EV in Europe via home charging would still cost about half as much as running a petrol car. The UK Department for Transport's 2022 survey revealed that 93% of EV drivers have access to home charging and 90% of them charge overnight. The UK's zero-emission vehicle (ZEV) mandate, requiring an increasing percentage of new car registrations to be battery electric or hydrogen fuel cell models, is driving EV adoption. The 2025 target is 28%, with that rising to 80% for cars and 70% for vans by 2030. The IEA forecasts that over 40% of the global car market share will be electric by 2030. Some EVs have built-in gaming and streaming services. Some EVs can be used as mobile power sources. This can either be in the form of vehicle-to-grid or vehicle-to-load charging. Electric race cars compete in Formula E, the FIA's all-electric single-seater Formula Championship, showcasing high-performance electric racing on street circuits worldwide as a way to develop electric technology. The weight of the battery pack lowers an EV center of gravity for impressive handling. Some EVs have a dog mode for pet safety. It sets the AC and displays the temperature on the screen. The charging speed of EVs has improved dramatically in recent years. Some EVs allow you to customize the artificial sounds for low-speed driving. The Baker Electric Car Company once offered an electric car with a 100-mile range, which is very impressive considering this was the early 1900s. Some EVs integrate solar panels on their roofs for more range. The internal resistance of a battery affects the charging speed. Electric buses and trucks are becoming more common. Lots of EVs have sophisticated driver assistance systems. You can track your EV's charging via smartphone apps. The efficiency of an EV can be affected by many factors like tire pressure and driving style. The Polestar 4 doesn't have a rear windscreen. Instead, it has a camera at the back and the rear view mirror is a screen. The fastest accelerating production EV is the Rimac Nevera, which achieved a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 1.74 seconds. The highest top speed for a production EV also belongs to the Rimac Nevera, reaching an incredible 258 miles per hour or 412 kilometers per hour on track. The Venturi Buckeye Bullet 3, built purely for speed, holds the FIA record for the fastest electric vehicle, with an average speed of 341 miles per hour or 549.211 kilometers per hour over a mile. The record for the longest distance traveled by an electric car on a single charge was set by students from the Technical University of Munich with their Mach 022 vehicle, which traveled an astounding 1,600.5 miles or 2,573.79 kilometers. In a more real-world scenario, the Lucid Air Grand Touring set a Guinness World Record for the longest journey by an electric car on a single charge on public roads, covering 749 miles, or 1,205 kilometers, from St. Moritz in Switzerland to Munich, Germany by Umit Sadansi. The first expedition by an electric car from the North Pole to the South Pole was completed by British adventurers in a modified Nissan Ariya, setting a new Guinness World Record and demonstrating EV durability in extreme environments. An electric vehicle also holds the outright record for the fastest time up the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb, with the Volkswagen IDR setting a blistering time of 7 minutes, 57.148 seconds in 2018. The VW IDR also holds the record for the fastest lap of the Nürburgring Nordschleife by an electric car at 6 minutes 5.336 seconds in June 2018. In terms of sheer endurance, the Tesla Model 3 set a 24-hour EV distance record, covering 2,781 kilometers or 1,728 miles, on an Autobahn in Germany, including charging stops. The fastest 0 to 100 kilometers per hour acceleration by an electric car was done by a team of students from the University of Stuttgart in 2022. Their custom E0711-11 Evo can accelerate from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 1.461 seconds. Solid-state batteries will soon offer longer ranges and faster charging. Wireless charging for EVs could become more widespread. Battery recycling is becoming increasingly important for environmental and practical reasons. Automakers are exploring new battery chemistries, such as making batteries out of salt. Ultra-fast charging stations will continue to get faster and therefore decrease charging times. Bidirectional charging could transform how we use energy. AI could play a bigger role in optimizing EV performance. The second life of EV batteries is being explored for energy storage and grid balancing. Sustainable sourcing of battery materials is a growing focus for battery companies. Electric airplanes and helicopters are under development. The cost of EVs is expected to continue to decrease. The range and charging speed of EVs will continue to increase. Charging infrastructure will become more convenient, accessible, and reliable. Vehicle-to-everything communication, which is the connection between a vehicle and anything that could affect the vehicle in any way, could enhance car safety and efficiency. Personalized EV experiences through software customization are becoming more common. The integration of EVs with smart home systems will continue to get better. Subscription models for EV tech and battery services might unfortunately start to emerge. The design of EVs will continue to evolve and get more aerodynamic. Electric boats are also being developed. The transition to electric mobility is a key part of global sustainability efforts and will help to remove tons of carbon from the atmosphere. The first electric vehicle was actually invented in the late 1800s. The decline of early EVs was partly due to cheap oil and higher range on gas cars. Some EVs have front trunks, replacing the space a traditional engine would take up. Regenerative braking in EVs turns the motor into a generator to capture energy when slowing down. The power of an EV motor is measured in kilowatts. Over-the-air software updates add new features to your EV. The first cars to get this were Teslas, but today, many companies, such as Volkswagen, Rivian, and Lucid, have implemented this feature. Electric motors are significantly more efficient than engines. Some workplaces offer free EV charging for employees. The electric vehicle company operated a large electric taxi fleet in the late 1800s. Brake wear is often reduced in EVs, thanks to regenerative braking. The lower weight distribution in EVs, thanks to the battery mounted to the floor of the car, dramatically improves handling. Some EVs have one-pedal driving, where the regenerative braking is so strong, you would only need to use the brake pedal in an emergency. The first electric car in the US was built in 1890, and the first built in the UK was by Thomas Parker in Wolverhampton in 1884. Torque is instantly available in electric motors. This means incredibly fast acceleration for every EV. Even a car like the Renault 5 E-Tech takes just 7.9 seconds to get to 62 miles per hour, whereas a petrol rival, like the Dacia Sandero, can only do it in 12.2 seconds. Heat pump technology is used in EVs for efficient climate control.